Greetings, Keishlings. Keisha Prime here with my live reaction of Four Nights of the Apocalypse, Chapter 89. I didn't think I'd be doing any more videos the rest of the year. Maybe a stream or so, but if they come out, I try to do them. But anyway, so, sorry I lied in the last video. um, let's see here. Alrighty, a lot of things happened in the last chapter. I refreshed myself. With different thoughts in their hearts, the journey to save the world begins. What kind of future are their sights set on? And we've got our four knights. Four knights set out. Alright. They're all looking good, right? Time to head out. We can easily assume that the attacks from Arthur's side will get even more intense in the future, but you have to find a way to reach Camelot no matter what. Okay, so we've got basically the Tristan platoon plus Lancelot, and you have the Percival platoon plus Gawain, who is very much dressed like Merlin, which I haven't figured that one out. Was it the connection between Arthur and Merlin? So then they thought, hey, he's Merlin's brother-in-law, daughter. Which was weird. Why didn't you say Merlin's sister? Or, niece via the sister. So, which then kind of makes it seem like this is a very dubious family connection. But, hey, at least we found out what the connection was. Anyway, are you okay? How dare you give me those repulsive leftovers? Yeah, that pudding cup, pudding barrel, whatever, was not very good. Okay, first I'll divide the four teams by destination. Wait, Meliodas. Oh, I didn't know he had gloves. Oh, I mean your majesty. Shion, you can shut up. Even though the four knights of prophecy got together, we're getting split up again? Hold the tiny little chibi face. It's just temporarily. We don't know where or how to get into Camelot, so we have to choose, or we have no choice but to find it out. Fill it out. It's more efficient to spread out and search, even just a little bit. Anything will do. If you find any clues, use these to let us know. Okay, so they're the magic orbs. If the formation is solid, God, this name. Thesis will bring all of you together again. Now then, Team Percival and Gawain, you'll team up and search the Fairy King's forest. Ooh, we're going to finally get to meet King and Diane, I assume. In northern Britannia. Wait, it was northern Britannia? I had no idea. Team Tristan. Funny that you do not mention Lancelot. So is Lancelot, just because he's as capable as he going to be his own team? You'll search Old Camelot in southern Britannia. Lancelot, you alone will search Benwick in eastern Britannia. Then who takes the west? Your Majesty, could you send someone else there instead? Oh, he doesn't want to go near Benwick, because isn't that like near the forest? And where his dad hangs out a lot? Too bad, His Majesty's orders are absolute. You don't want to go? It's just I can't go back home yet. Yep, I thought so. Also, my light's doing some weird shit, and that worries me. It like gets brighter, and then it dims. Stop that, you light. Stay on, but don't do nothing. You promised to find Jericho and bring her back, right? Well, you found her, so you already fulfilled half it. This light is really getting weird. Half your promise, haven't you? Half? Just head home and let me know about it. You have to let your mom and dad know you're doing okay every now and then. Seriously? Seriously? That being said, leave the search for Dubs to me. Dubs? He's mentioned that name before. And both Gawain and Percival think he said Tubbs. Okay, they're pronouncing it as Debuzu or Tabuzu. Could it be he knows the great cook Tabu? I heard that guy was a craftsman, I think. You heard right. Oh, isn't it the guy that made. Yes, he's the one that made the seal. The giant craftsman Dubs. He created many magic tools, such as the Coffin of Eternal Darkness and the Seven Deadly Sins Sacred Treasures, making him the greatest artisan in the history of Britannia. Can't believe I forgot about him. Oh, Lord. Let's see here. Lancelot's been looking for Dubs for ages, to make him a weapon that suits him. He didn't like to divulge that information. But he can just buy a weapon, can he? If he could, he wouldn't go through this much trouble. I'll explain real quick. It's probably because he's got disaster and his own innate power. There isn't any weapon that can withstand the strength of Lancelot's magic power. Yep, I thought so. Oh, wait, he wouldn't have disaster. That's a Fairy King thing. My bad. But yeah, his innate, like, fairy magic, I think, is probably derived somewhat from disaster because he is a member of the royal family. So, well, yes. Let's see here. Oh yeah, every time Lancelot uses his magic, his weapon shatters to pieces. Yes, that's why he's also never fazed by it. So that's why he uses a bow and arrow. Yeah, he just blows up an arrow. It's inefficient to carry multiple swords and spears, but arrows can be easily carried and replenished. Oh, Percy's carrying around like a big old bag of weapons. Well, yeah, I only know how much magic power to put into arrows. Oh, well, damn. So back when you beat the Talisman's boss, that was your full power? I didn't have much of a choice. I had never been good with knives. That's awesome. Wow. Yes, I forgot about Ironside's face being revealed and it not being really anything out of the ordinary. Listen up, there will be more enemies and troubles ahead than ever before. So this is Meliodas like directing. Oh, wait. Oh, and we've got allies here at the bottom. Okay. He had Ironside up at the top with. I think that's Arthur's eye up at the very top, and I'm not quite sure who that is. Just to the left. And there's. I'm not sure who that is. Then we've got. What is her name? She's like the leader of the giants. Then you've got the two druids. And then you've got that one fairy that serves the main court. I'm really bad with names. But there will also be allies everywhere who fought in the Holy War with the Seven Deadly Sins. If they're in trouble and you lend them a hand, they're sure to lend you a hand too. You have to see this mission through no matter the cost. Right. Percival's like, I'll be sure to carry out my mission in the name of the Percival Sword. Aww. Meliodas is like, oh, you got that turned into a sword. Well, I'm sure you already knew that, but it is the way his face looked. He said it so seriously. Oh, that's rich. He named his sword after himself. It is kind of weird. Sword of Eternal Darkness sounds cooler, doesn't it? Oh, now that you mention it, that dragon handle was a piece of the Coffin of Eternal Darkness, right? That's right, it's a magic tool that was used to seal the demon clan away. And the king is a demon? Oh, they're just now making the connection. You gotta give that handle back right now. If someone steals it, they could seal the king away, right? I mean, you still need 4 other pieces. It's a much too serious responsibility. He's like, huh? You ain't taking my sword. No. Just keep it, Percival. You guys were the ones to get it back, after all. I'll gladly put my fate in your hands. But to put this heavy burden on you kids when you should be when we should be protecting you. I mean, they have great power. And with great power comes the great responsibility, so says the master Uncle Ben. Anyway, so taking this kind of risk is only fair. Everyone steals their resolve as they head out. I would have prepared a bigger send off since this is such a big deal. Sorry. they're like, sorry, Tristan. This isn't a parade. We shouldn't do anything to needlessly stir up the citizens' unrest, right, Papa? Don't push yourself, okay, Tristan? If I don't push myself, I don't think we'll find Camelot. That's what I said. What? Don't push yourself, okay? And then he's like, but if I don't push myself. So, what? I'm lost in translation here. They really are each other's father and son, aren't they? Because of Tristan. Oh, Elizabeth is actually going to speak. I wish you all the best. Please be sure you'll come back to us. I promise. Promises are liars. I'll come back, Mama. Aw, hugs. And he's like, well, fuck, I don't get a hug. Good grief. Okay, Charlie Brown. To have a mom and a dad, it makes me jealous. Aw. We don't even really know much about Gawain's parents beyond the connection of who is who compared to Arthur, but we don't even know if they're alive or dead. We obviously know that, Lancelot's parents are alive, but he's got kind of complicated history with his parents. So it's nice that these are the three that kind of are like, oh, yes, we're looking upon this happy scene with different, visions. Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. Mother and father are just so embarrassing, always treating me like a child. Don't you mean Mama and Papa? You be quiet. Why must you always say more than you need? What's Mama and Papa mean? Well, you see... oh, God. Don't get mad. I'll go get you a berry pie from... Retreasants later? Really? Fine. I'll forgive. Oh, it's Cheon, not Shion, as I originally said. Cheon, are you going to help Prince Tristan? Oh, his parents have decided to show up too. Gilthunder, get a haircut, you hippie. Sir Tristan may not need my help, but I envy you, I mean, because really, you didn't help out at all during the last excursion, so yeah. At least not in this same way. You weren't part of, the adventuring party. Hell, at one point, you were their adversary. So yeah, I guess that's why he envies you. Because you're going on an adventure with someone you admire from your own generation. Well. I guess he never did do that we're aware of, unless it was in his youth. Younger youth. You're right. I'm going, Father, Mother. Alright. I still don't know where the damn black hair comes from. It makes no fucking sense. Is he adopted? I don't know. Alright, we're heading out. The journey across Britannia begins. They face many hardships ahead, but what else? And there's a break next week. I thought there was a break this week, but it didn't happen that way. Oh, look, Tristan's got a horse. The dude can fucking spawn wings, but no, he's got to take a horse. I mean, Anne having her horse, the goober, is perfectly fine. I figured he'd be the only horse in this whole party, but yeah. And just about everyone is wearing a cloak except for Gawain, who is still floating. Could she just float naturally before the last chapter? I don't remember doing anything like that. Maybe it's only in her small form. And then, of course, Lancelot being Lancelot. Anyway, the bride's welcoming. Oh, I'm guessing because uh, Gwendolyn got, or no, not Gwendolyn, Guinevere got kidnapped a couple chapters ago. So yeah, I guess she's coming home to Camelot for the time being. And yeah, overall, not a bad chapter. I don't really have much to add that I didn't already say. Um, a couple weird things in there, but I mean they'll probably smooth out with time. As soon as we find out if Cheon is actually their biological child, we'll find out. It'd be funny if Kill Thunder was shooting blanks. Um, and that they was like, well, let's go to the orphanage, honey. And it's like, that's a nice looking baby. Can we have it? Your Majesty, well, of course you can have the baby. You know, it's like, hell, you can have my infant child. I just had it this morning, but hey, you want a kid, you can have a kid. No, patron, we don't want a child of someone else's, but you came to an orphanage. I'm being stupid. Anyway, so yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. So they've completely set out they're going to eventually separate into three groups. I thought it was just going to be two groups, but okay. I mean, Lancelot being as powerful as he is makes sense. Also, fully the understanding of like with his power, it's so great that the weapons will shatter every time he uses them. So that's why he's been looking for dubs. Makes sense. Anybody more observant than me would have probably already made those connections by now, but hey, it's out in the open now. But yeah, he doesn't want to go speak to his parents. I thought that was funny. But yeah. And really, you can't say that you found Jerry Cho. You can only say that you met her and then she was gone and she also killed a prisoner. So, yeah, and is also a Camelot Knight all of a sudden, or a Knight of Chaos. What is their epithet now? Either way. So yeah, not really any good news to report to mom and dad when you get back there. So I guess you could understand why he's not too happy about it. But yeah. But I liked Percival's like, the whole like, what's Papa and Mama mean? It's like it'd be nice to have a father and mother. I mean, he never knew his mother, and his father, the first time he meets him in his life, he tried to kill him. So it's like, yeah. And then Gowan was also in that. That was probably the most interesting scene out of the whole chapter. Like their reactions because of their different complicated past with their parents. So, yeah. But yeah, that's about all I have to think I say about the chapter. Anybody else has any other thoughts or opinions? Please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. I links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, later days. Until next time, Quichling. Happy New Year in a few days. Bye.